Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday class of week 3. Tonight, we're going to cover some extra stuff, play with it, and show you how you can make your animations pop. So that little extra that will make something stand out so your messages relate a little stronger. All right, so for some reason, my PowerPoint has locked up, will not let me shut it down even by force. So I'm going to run through the slides that I had. There's no new announcements. Make sure you're on Adobe Creative Cloud CC 2018. If not, please review your first message in your class, in the messages, in the announcements. And please take the chance to resubmit your work. All right, that being said, we're going to go ahead and move forward. Let's see if I can get this off the screen. That's not even letting me move it off the screen. So we'll put it down here. There we go. So it's pretty much out of the way. All right, now that being said, let's go ahead and start looking at, let's make sure I'm sharing my screen. All right, so let's bring up animate. All right, so we're going to make the message pop a little more. Because the average thing, as we're saying here, let's go ahead and let's do a bouncing ball to start with. So we want HTML5 canvas. And let's see, we're going to change the background. Let's make it kind of brown. 100, 900. And we're going to fit to window. That's a really dark one. So let's go a little. There we go. That's a little better. All right. So now we have this. Hi, Jesse. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. All right. So a little refresh to catch you up. I did the same announcements as normal about redoing your work. If you have the chance, please take it. Make sure that we're on CC 2018. And that's it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to discuss some stuff to make your animations pop a little more rather than, all right, you'll see, we've got a bouncing ball. We're going to do this with a bouncing ball to start with, okay? Now I've got the brown background. So let's go ahead and create a little stage for it now. All right, so now a bouncing ball. What I'm going to do is we're going to take the ball and show, there's a couple things to make it pop. Well, one of the things, first let's change the color. There we go. And we're going to take the border off. All right, so now some of the things we could do to make this pop. What we're going to do here, first, let's go ahead and that, and see, because my layer, background. All right, so let's take that out to 5 seconds. So insert a frame at 5 seconds. All right, now we're going to add a layer, and this will be the ball. All right, now to see the ball, a couple things here. So let's go right click, paste in place. All right, so I want this ball to basically, it's going to come onto the screen, bounce, 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 okay? Now, normally, what would a ball do the more it bounces?
Lose height.
Lose height. Okay. What else?
That's the most obvious thing I can think of.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about some more of the stuff here in a minute. So we're going to take that ball. Now we're going to show the bounce. Now, how can I make that bounce? First, well, we have to convert it to a symbol, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, to make it bounce over the timeline, we're going to create a motion tween. And that motion tween is going to end it here. All right, now to make it bounce, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to literally curve it. And it's going to go up. And it's going to go down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up, and then it'll be off. So this is what we've got. Okay. So now something else the ball will do. One, as a ball falls, you realize gravity pulls on that ball and it becomes thinner by just a little bit. Now, something to look at there. So let's go back. So right here, we'll want to go to here. And because of that effect, we're going to make it a little more till it hits here. And at that point, it goes back. But when it hits at that spot, it also
Gets flatter.
Gets a little flatter. So this is what we should have, right? So right here, it's gone to here again. And because it's going to be falling, it's going to stay the same till it hits here. Okay, now we need it to flatten out just a little, right? Now notice here, it's going to go back in just a little again. Here. Somehow I moved my line.
You're not expanding it as it goes between the states. You're just shrinking it one way and then the next way and then the first way.
Well, I mean, somehow though, right here has gone up. Does that make sense?
I thought that was the middle of the ball.
Nope.
Back when it was bigger.
Nope. Okay, so let's go to here now. See?
Well, yeah, but that's
Whoops.
that circle's like half the size it was when you started.
Was. So that's it. Right there. Because I only moved it one. So somehow I ended up moving my line. And I'm pretty sure I did it back here. because I had to move that one down again too. So when I curved it, oh, that's what happened. I curved the line. When I curved it here to bring it in that way, that's what did it at the beginning of that. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go down. Wait. There we go. You know what? You might be right. Somehow I've messed that up. But either way, you're getting the effect.
Yeah.
So here's what we do now. Yeah, we did make the ball go a little smoother, but can you see how it's now bouncing, an actual bounce?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing to remember about that actual bounce, boy, I really went small, so it's going further away. So we just added a 3D animation there. So you were right. I'm sorry. I missed that.
It's all right.
Okay, now let's go back to the timeline though, back to the very beginning. Now, what else can we add to make it pop?
Maybe if the ball had some kind of design on it, it would actually roll and bounce as it bounced, like balls do.
Okay.
Balls don't stay in one position as they bounce. You know what I mean?
Okay. So what we're gonna do is go into the ball. So you've got kind of an idea there. And we're gonna do a star. And we'll make the star kind of. There we go. All right, so there we go. Now we're going to go back. Now watch that. Okay, so we've got kind of that look now, right? Now it looks like it's got it. But what can we do to make it pop a little bit more?
Well, like I was saying, have it rotate as it bounces.
Okay, so let's do that.
Because balls don't stay in one spot as they bounce. They kind of roll a little bit.
Okay, so now why can't I get it to bounce? What was that issue we had again? What was it that, what do we have to do to make that bounce? That rotate, do you remember?
I'm sorry?
Okay, notice there's no rotation here, right?
Right.
How do we get that? Remember how to do that? We click right here. We highlight the symbol, then we click on the timeline. So let's rotate it 10 times. So let's take a look. Now it's looking kind of like an egg. Because it's rotating, it doesn't have the same effect. Do you see that? Now, to make it so that it will have that effect, what can I do so that it doesn't do that but still has that same effect? Do you have an idea?
I do not, right off the top of my head.
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go into this. Okay. So that we're now going to create, convert to symbol, star. And we're going to go 2 seconds, insert frame, click on it.
No, cat. Not right now.
2 seconds. Okay, now it's not showing up. What do I need to do?
Oh, you're in the isolation.
I am. I'm down to here. But how do I make it do that in itself? Because it's going to take a rotation inside of it to do what we're talking about.
Isn't the ball and the star on the same symbol?
Not now. Remember, I just separated them.
No. I don't know.
Create a motion tween. Now it's going to rotate 3 times in 2 seconds. Okay, now watch. But the ball's still doing it. Now the ball's not doing it. See what I'm saying? But what is wrong? Why are you seeing an extra star?
Because object drawing mode was on and it cut that section out.
Okay, how do I
So
fix it?
separated the symbol from the star.
Okay, so we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Grab that one. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so now we go back to the beginning and run it. Ooh, I didn't quite catch the stars outline, did I?
Not quite.
Okay. So now we'll just click on it. There we go. All right, so now let's try it. What happened there?
I have no idea.
Well, let's take a look. If you look inside, I know exactly what happened. Okay, so we click here. Click here. Now I get to the symbol. Look at the timeline. Go back one. What I did was I took it down and back up. So see?
Oh, I gotcha.
Right, so now what we're going to do, go back till we have the line. Okay, now let's try this again. Now it should work, right? Okay.
Except the outline is still there.
Yes, so now okay, now I'm in the star. All right, that should do it. Let's see if that did it. There we go. Watch how you move that, because otherwise, well, see what happened. Okay, well, that's giving us a little more, but there's still something missing. What do you think?
I don't know, a little kid chasing after it.
See, these aren't really doing it.
Little sound effects. Is that what you're
Can't-
going for?
Nope, no sound effects.
Oh.
Comic effects. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the actual sounds.
No.
Nope, that's exactly it. You were right. Sorry about that. Because remember, we got to do sounds as well to emphasis. But now we take a look at some of these. Bang, crash. Ah. But if you look, even lines emphasize. They all have an emphasis with a line or something, right? So let's go back now into window. And now we're going to go to the timeline. And now we're going to add. The effects. All right, so first effects happen right there. All right, well, we're going to lock these two. Leave that one unlocked. Convert to keyframe right there. All right, now at that point, I'm going to do, how would you make a line grow?
Make a line grow.
Mm-hmm.
Same way I'd make anything else grow. I'd do a motion train and stretch it out.
Okay, that's one way to do it. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead. Boy, that looks like a lousy lightning bolt. Let's try this again. That looks more like a lightning bolt, doesn't it? Okay, so we're going to use that. Does that look like a lightning bolt to you? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to convert to a symbol. Symbol 2, lightning. All right, so as it hits, it's going to make a sound. Welcome to Silent Pictures, by the way. So right there, it makes that sound, right? When it hits. There. All right, so when it hits, it makes the sound. But it's going to go different directions, right? So what I need this to do And then come on, how did I get that? There we go. And we want to switch that to the other direction. Let's see, so transform, flip horizontal. There we go. And it's going to be right there. All right, so as it hits, that's what's going to happen. Thunk. But they have to disappear too, right?
Yeah.
All right, now, so I want to make those. Okay, we're deleting that layer. I don't need it. Bye. There. So right here, we're going to make those one symbol. But that's not going to work if I make them one symbol, because then they all grow together, which sound doesn't quite do that. So what I want to do is we're going to right here convert to blank keyframes. So right here, this whole thing is a motion tween now. So we've got to make them a symbol. Well, I want to do it individually. So now we're seeing I need to do that 3 separate times, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so here's the 1. So it's just going to be that one. These 2, and see, are gone for right now. So right there to here. All right, so now create a motion tween. So that's where I want it at the end. So the beginning there. Okay. It didn't quite do it. All right, what happened to my motion tween? So remove motion. Now let's do this again. Create a motion tween. So in that position, we're going to insert a keyframe in that position. Therefore, it keeps that. So here, now we can do this. All right, where'd it go? It was supposed to show back up. That was supposed to change it. This is weird. So Command Z. This isn't working right tonight. Being very difficult. Now what we can do though. Okay, create a motion tween. All right, so right there. We want to insert a keyframe right there. Now, if you lose me, it's because we've got a thunderstorm rolling in. And it's not doing it. Tonight, this is not wanting to work. Okay, it'll do that, but for some reason it's not letting me shrink it. What is going on here? Does not want to work. Okay, then we're going to, here's what we'll do. So that's over from 15 to 23. So that's how many frames? Did I lose you?
No.
Okay, 15 to 23 frames. How many is that?
8.
8. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to do this another route. All right, so here, now we're inside the lightning. So we're going to go to 8. And insert a frame. Create a motion tween. Symbol. For some reason, it's just not doing it tonight. Okay. Well, we're going to do this even another way. Okay, there's one way to do it. But can you see how that's now starting to add an effect?
Yes.
You see what we wanted to do, but it's not working for some reason. This tween doesn't want to do that. But you saw a workaround there. Now we're throwing the lightning bolts as it hits. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is CV, cancel. Let's go back to scene 1. So we don't need the motion tween there because that does it inside, right?
Right.
All right, so now what I'm going to do is command, go back to here. And right here, we're going to do the command V. And then one more. Now watch. Every time it hits, it's doing that. So to do that now every time, what I need to do is we're going to copy this. We're going to copy frames. Now right here to there. Okay, is there a skip? No, no. All right, so now we're going to convert to blank keyframe. And we're going to paste frames. So that starts at 47, so we will go to 54. No, 8, right? So 55. So we go to 56, so it's actually that. So insert, convert to blank keyframe. All right, now, ooh, that one was close. Like I said, if I disappear, now you know why. Now these will come to here. Go along. So this. There. Then I want to clear the frames. Take that, drag it over to there. And that's going to come to here because they do get smaller each time, right?
Right.
And let's see, that is, so 72 plus 8 is 80. There we go. That's the last one. So it's going to go to 7 frames, so 96, actually 8. So 104. And then here, convert to blank keyframes. And we're starting to get lightning really close. It's actually starting to flicker my computer when it hits, and I'm not even plugged in. So I am going to have to probably end and shut down here because that's a little too close for my comfort to be on my computer.
I understand.
So we're 45 minutes into class. I will re-record it tonight after the storm quits or tomorrow morning first thing. Like I said, my computer just flickered and buzzed for a second. That's how close that lightning is. But as you can see, we just added. But you notice they're jumping back. Why are they jumping back? Do you know?
One too many frames.
One too many frames. So we're going to quickly do this. So right here, we're going to remove a frame, insert a frame, remove a frame, and here it doesn't really matter because that's just blank. So here's what we have. Still doing it. All has to do with how I brought that frame in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to cut class now. I apologize for this, but I do like my computer. And that lightning is getting close enough. It flickered. So I'll finish recording tonight or tomorrow morning, depending when the storm stops.
Okay.
And I apologize for that.
Oh, you're fine. I totally get it.
It's the first storm we've actually had this much lightning.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I'm going to end it now then, and we'll cut it off. And I'll see you either later this week or next week.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem.